Welcome to Driven Towards Excellent, Principal Podcast here at Intech Academy. Got a few students that went on an overnight, week-long vacation extravaganza with an organization called Cat Rock. I'm going to let them introduce themselves at this time. So why don't you tell us who you are?
My name is Jesse Rivera. I'm a senior now. And last year I went to Cat Rock, and this year I became a peer leader for Cat Rock.
Very nice, very nice. Who else we got?
My name is Alexander. I'm a junior, and this is my first year going to Cat Rock. But I hope to become a peer leader soon. Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Chris Nivey. This is like my third year in Canrock. And this year I became a peer leader as well.
All right. So, what is a peer leader? Let's step back. What is Cat Rock?
Cat Rock is a non-profit organization that gets kids from the city to explore nature. So they would bring people from Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan to more of a suburban neighborhood. So going there last year was my first experience, and when I got there, it was isolated, not
Where is there?
to Vermont,
Wow. Okay.
6 hours away from here on bus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And over there it's so peaceful. The air is so fresh compared to here in the city.
Yeah.
Everything is more sophisticated, like in the sense that everything has a place and value.
Hmm. So what does it mean to be a peer leader? What is that you are working towards?
Being a peer leader means that you are about to become a leader yourself. You have demonstrated that you have some skills in leadership. So they put you as a peer leader to help out the leaders and for you to continue showing how good you are becoming being maybe the next leader.
Are there trainings for that? Like, did you have to get prepared for that?
Yeah.
And so, what does that entail?
I mean, I didn't do a training, but Jesse did.
So recently I did training for first aid training,
Mm.
where I spent 2 days of Sundays just going to Lehman College here, and we just did activities where just in case somebody gets a sprain or they break a bone, we can get stuff that we have on us to fix the situation. Not fix, but delegate the situation. So when paramedics get there, because when they told us is here in the city, the ambulance can come here like rapidly
Yeah.
compared to when you're in Vermont. There's barely any hospitals nearby, so they make you learn how to spare time for when the ambulance comes.
Yeah.
So like the person isn't in such a bad form
Mm-hmm.
compared to when they're like slowly getting better but still need medical attention.
Yeah.
So it's better for the person there.
That's pretty good skills to have. So talk to us. What was you talked about going up into Vermont? Chris, maybe you said 3 years now. You did it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And how'd you guys get introduced to this?
I remember that I was in 8th grade going to 9th grade when I started doing a summer bridge.
Okay.
And after the summer bridge, they have this skateboarding program. And like in 9th grade, in let's say March, I got introduced more to Cam Rock about the strip. I think that was like the first year they were doing it with
Yeah.
the school. And I was selected to start doing it. And from that on, I was more engaged with Cam Rock.
So you're a skateboarder.
Yes.
All right. So where were you guys skating at the park over here, Van Cortlandt?
Yeah, we were.
So how good of a skateboarder are you?
I wouldn't consider myself a professional, but not as bad.
So do you just skate on like flat ground, or are you at the skate park like on the ramps and everything?
I tried the ramp,
Yeah.
but I tried to get better in that area.
Can you do like an ollie?
No.
No. Okay. That's very cool. So then, how'd you guys get involved with this Cat Rock experience?
I had a similar experience where I did summer bridge, but I didn't necessarily take up on the opportunity to follow up with them until this year.
Okay.
Summer bridge was over like after eighth grade year. Right now, I'm in 11th grade, so I missed out on some time, but
Okay.
now I'm more involved with them, and I plan to continue. I got involved with the people there. It's a great community, and it was a very good experience.
Awesome. How about you? How'd you get involved?
I got involved for Cat Rock from an alumni that went there before. Last year, graduated, introduced me into Cat Rock. They told me that I should sign up, and hopefully they chose me to go.
Yeah.
And last year I signed up with my friends, and they all got selected with me too.
Nice.
So we went to Cat Rock last year as a group.
So when you guys go up to Vermont, it's a couple days, right? How many days you guys up there?
5 days.
Yeah,
Five
for this.
days.
Second, 6,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
we leave Saturday morning, so
Okay.
Mm.
yeah.
And so when you're up there, what is it like? I mean, is it just you guys? Who's involved with this?
I mean, there's more people around us, but of course, we most of the time we are a big group and we all like stay together. But there's like instructors up there to teach people how to do snowboarding or skiing. There's also people preparing us to do yoga in the morning, and like when we go to the farm, there's the owners of the farm are there to explain their history and signs like when they bought the farm and all that.
So what kind of animals are on the farm?
The last time I went, there were cows.
Okay.
When I came back, there was no cows.
No new cows. What happened to the old cows?
I don't know. They told me I think they sell it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, cows. It's a lot of money, cattle's and livestock. Yep, that's what sustains us, right? Milk and meat. That's how we don't have to think about where our food comes from here in the city.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so you had some snowboarding experience and some farming experience. What else do you guys get to do up there?
Well, the experience with like the bunks and the cabins,
Mm.
that's a whole thing because when you first get there, you're divided up into like and girl groups, whatever.
Yeah.
And your actual dorm or your cabin that you're gonna be sleeping in has no one from your school in it,
Oh wow.
unless it might be like a leader or like one of the actual leaders. Maybe you know them, like a teacher or someone that previously went to your school.
Got it.
But other than that, you're surrounded by everyone's from a different school. So you're in an environment where everyone's kind of like unsettled at first, but the Cat Rock, they told us early on, they told us to just try to break out of it and just talk to everyone and just become social in order to make the experience better. And everyone took this advice like really quick and everyone got close and it was a good experience to meet new people, everyone from different backgrounds and to all collab every day. Like we made so our bunks, we had a sister bunk. So this was another bunk for the boys. It was a girl bunk, and then like each night, one group would cook dinner, and then one group would cook dessert,
Hmm.
and then we would collab, and then we would do a workshop after dinner, and it was really good for like team building and just overall preparing us for the week.
Wow.
And it was just a good experience.
What were some of the things you guys cooked?
The first night, my bunk, we cooked like chili and some stuff, and then the other group they cooked the dessert, which were like strawberry turnovers. They were like croissants with strawberry jam in it.
Huh.
And it was good.
So who picks the menu, or it's like here's the
Uh,
here's the food and the recipe, make it.
Yeah, there's like a cookbook
Okay.
set out for the week.
Very cool.
Usually, it's more like a group thing.
Yeah.
Like, if, let's say it says like chili on the menu, and like maybe someone has like an allergic to
Uh-huh.
some of the ingredients
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We as a group make sure to accommodate that person, so all of us can join in to for dinner.
Okay.
So I remember one time in my bunk, someone had an allergic reaction to cheese, so we didn't use like dairy products in our dishes. So we
Okay.
just did, I think it was just chicken and rice with beans.
Wow.
Yeah,
Is the food good?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's made by us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To add on to that, one of my like bunkmates, Because my bunk were one of the only bunks that didn't get paired up with a girl bunk. There were 7 girl bunks, and then there were 9 boy bunks.
Okay.
So then there was 2 extra pairs, and my bunk was the only one that got paired with boy. At first we thought it was gonna be like an interesting experience because we're the only ones that didn't get paired with a girl bunk. You don't really get to chill with them. That's sad, whatever. But we made the best out of it. And day 2, my other bunk, one of them has a unique diet, and he doesn't really eat everything. He's a picky eater.
Okay.
So he brought jerk shrimp from home. It was
Interesting.
like Cajun,
Never heard of that.
like Cajun fried shrimp, and he made like a huge bowl of it.
Wow.
And then when we came to their bunk, it was just in the middle of the table. They made like burritos, so there was chicken. It was like buffet style, so there was chicken, corn, like everything. Anything you could think of to put in the burrito. And
Interesting.
then there was just the extra bowl of shrimp, which wasn't on the meal plan. So we were surprised by it, and it was very good.
Yeah.
And we just had a good experience overall. Watch.
Yeah. If you have good jerky, it's awesome. I've never heard of the shrimp jerky before, though.
Crazy.
All right. So, do you know where in Vermont this was? Was it at like a resort or a ski
The
place
top,
or
it's,
It was in
yeah.
JPIC.
J Peak? Okay, so that's like a ski resort. That's a
Yes.
big mountain. It's one of the biggest mountains in the Northeast. So did you guys climb to like the top?
Yeah, we hiked all
You
the
hiked
way to
it.
yeah, all the way to the top.
What was that like?
Well, from my experience, I don't
Great
like
timer.
to hike. But at first it's like, oh, you got this. And like we have a role for everybody in the group. Like there's somebody that says for water break, the
Mm,
person that's motivating you, like the one that's in the front, one that's in the back, making sure everybody is like together. So I don't like to hike at all,
yeah.
but in my way there, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna go back. But there's always somebody saying like, no, you can do this. And when you like look behind you, you really think about it. It's better to make it to the top than
Yeah.
just return.
So what's that feeling like when you get to the top of a mountain?
It's amazing because you're like, oh, finally you made
Uh-huh.
it.
What do you guys? How about you? What was that experience like to make it to the top, the peak?
It was amazing. My role that I got, it was a lead and a motivator.
Mm.
So, and people, my peers in my bunks, I motivated them to go all the way to the top. Someone was like right beside me that was like trying to like take a break. So we mentioned it to like the leader of the tour,
Mm.
and we told him, oh, if we can take a break and like take a little quick breath. And as a group, we all said yeah, and so we stopped. We took a break. Everyone got water, hydrated, and we continue going. I think that's the system that they keep using that works every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you need that group effort. So how long does it take you to do this hike to get to the top?
I think it depends because I remember that it took then 2 hours, but I think it took to me 3 hours.
Okay. So you go, you go at your pace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 to
you go
3
to your
hours.
pace. I mean, we all
That's just to
started
get to the
together.
top.
Yeah, we all go like at the same pace as starting, but then eventually everybody like go to their own pace,
Yeah.
and nobody stays behind.
But you're always in a leader. Like a leader is always with you
Okay.
at all times. So even if you like fall behind, there's always gonna be someone there supporting you. I think there was 3 leaders that stay behind for people that took like longer,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's pretty good because sometimes you can't keep up with other people, but
Of course.
it's always you always gotta make sure you go at your own pace. You don't want to push yourself too hard where you can't breathe anymore.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and also they're just very supportive. Like this year, there was a student that I think it was like midway up or 3/4 of the way up. They said that they couldn't go anymore,
Mm.
and then one of the leaders they called ski patrol, and then they ended up going down the whole mountain with them, and they slided down with the ski patrol. So it was a fun experience to go down. But they're just very supportive, and if you can't do it, they'll try to help you. But
Yeah.
if you can't, at the end of the day,
They're not gonna
are
push you.
respectful of it.
Yeah. What are you wearing to hike? You're in snowshoes, boots. What are you wearing?
We usually wear our snowboard boots.
Snowboard boots. Oh,
Yeah.
because you snowboard down.
Well, if you're a professional,
Like
like you're
you.
good at,
Yeah.
yes.
And so did you do your 180s and come down front side, back side? No. You
No,
did
at all.
360s? No. But did you snowboard down?
No.
No, you didn't. Oh, okay. So you just walked down.
No, we go. How do you call this?
It's
This-
called a tram.
Yeah.
A tram
We go.
gondola
Yep.
or a ski lift or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
something like that.
Okay.
It holds 40 people each.
Oh wow. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a big
Goes
thing.
down,
Yeah.
Wow.
whole
Okay.
mountain.
And did you have a nice day? Like the views up at the top, great? Because sometimes you go to these mountains and it's cloudy and rainy or snowy or something.
No, it was a good view. It
Yeah.
was very sunny.
Yeah. You
Yep.
guys lucked out.
We were kind of scared because the day before it was kind of drizzling.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of cloudy experience this next day."
Yeah.
But it all cleared up in the morning. The sun was shining.
That's
Birds
awesome.
were chirping.
Yeah, it was pretty hot, you know. A lot of people overdressed at
Yeah.
first, even though they told us to underdress, and
Yeah.
people were still overdressed.
Yeah.
So we had to take our jackets off and prepare because people were sweating at the bottom, and they were like, "You can't be doing this now."
Yeah. You're gonna dehydrate and get
Yep.
overworked
Not
and all
what we
and
need.
exhausted. Was there snow still on the mountain?
There was snow, but at some point there was no like a lot of snow.
Okay.
But it was like there was a lot,
Yeah.
but there was like a big part of it of the hike that there was not snow.
Yeah.
So what are you guys walking on? Is like grass, rocks?
Yeah.
I mean, we were walking up what's called, I think it's a green level
Okay.
or a slope.
Yep.
So it's like one of the ones with the less incline,
yeah.
so it's easier to walk.
Okay.
And there were certain portions where we made cut throughs, and that's what she's referring to, where
Got
like the
it.
grass portions.
Uh-huh.
But most of it was like snow.
Okay.
At least for my group, because I
Yeah.
was in the front group, so it might have been different.
We stayed to a certain snow. It's called powder snow.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the snow you would find like make a snowman with.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they told us to avoid any like frozen ice
Yeah, it's
because it's
dangerous.
slippery and
Yeah.
like we could get in harm.
Yeah. Is this like an experience that, obviously, Chris Nave, you've done it 3 times. You've done it twice already?
Yeah.
And then hopefully you're going to do it again next
Yeah,
year.
I've already spoken to
Yeah, that's it. You got your name on the list.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this an experience that more students should try to, get involved with?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, to add on, like besides snowboarding, we also went ice skating. We
Mm.
went to a water park.
Wow.
Went rock climbing. And, like there was just a whole bunch of like team building experiences and just bonding with everyone.
Yeah.
It was a really big group. There's like 120, I think, or a little bit more.
All together with the
yeah.
different schools.
Yeah, so it was a really good experience, and at the end of it, a lot of us are like still talking. You know, we made a huge group chat.
That's
and,
awesome.
yeah, it was very good.
What I mean, some of the things I'm hearing from your like life experience that you could take away. Is there anything that you take away from this, like that you can obtain to just your life, school, family?
I can take back the leadership skills they taught me and the
Yeah.
connections I made.
Yeah.
Yeah. The connections is really good because you don't know in the future who could help you.
Of course.
So if you meet like a person, a leader, and like they are doing college as their side, I mean as their main, and they're doing the Rock as their side part, they can teach you like some stuff that they learn or like
Mm.
some recommendations about going to towards college, and like just like easing it out your plan to go to college.
Yeah. Is that what you guys are thinking? College?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Chris Navy? You're graduating in a month or so.
I'm thinking. Well, I have already said yes to John Jay.
John Jay. Wow.
I'm planning to study forensic
Oh
psychology,
my God, that's amazing.
but I would also like to have an aside kind of activities because I really enjoy
Yeah,
having time with them.
that's great. What about you guys? I know you still have a little more time at school here, but what are you thinking after Intech?
I mean, I want to be an architect. I don't necessarily know what school I want to go to or
Okay.
where, but that's been my like goal. Yeah. And also, I do want to continue with Cat Rock.
Yeah,
I've already
great.
spoken to them about
Yeah.
becoming an alumni, but that's more down the line.
That's fine. Yeah.
I picked my college already, and I'm a major in forensic science and minor in pre-law.
Wow. Where are you going?
I'm thinking about going to hostess.
Hostess. Wow. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. That's great. Yeah, what I hear, like in terms of application, right? Like climbing that mountain, um, and getting that motivation to persevere when you're stuck or exhausted or tired, and even that support group pushing, right? Like just how important that is in life because Obviously the application process for college is not easy, right? Getting to the college stage and thinking about what you want to be and what school, like that's work, right? Maintaining that, and whether you're in sports or religious groups or other things you have going on with your life, right? Like just trying to push through and having that support network, whether it's friends or family, to keep you motivated, and also doing that for others. I just hear that as a big piece that hopefully sticks with you guys. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being on the podcast, and we'll be in touch. Can't wait to hear more about your college access and your college success, and we'll see what happens next year with you and future Cat Rock. So thank you for being here.